first preset. This is TROS Graflex by KeepPower, and you know, let's ignite. Of course, you got smoothswing with accent swings, flash on flash. You also have blaster blocks, lock up, which is progressive. You also have lightning block, which doesn't show that good on a blue blade. I'll show it again, you know, on a normal blade. And of course, every preset has its own built-in track. Now, if you want to play the built-in track, you point the saber up, press the power button for 2 seconds, 1, 2. You got the ray theme. If you ignite the track when you're horizontal, you go into the track player. And then you can switch tracks by rotating the hilt. Basically, every track that's on there, you can play it. And you can play it shuffle, repeat, random. And I'm going to shut this off. But you can play it shuffled, random, repeat the same one, or you can just play it once. You got to read the instructions. The instructions are complicated. Let's get to the next preset. This is a blue fire blade. And that's to, you know, kind of a crossguard theme.
Ray Skywalker.
This is Scavenger's Destiny by KeepPower with the gold blade there, which is awesome. Of course, crossguard. You got Kylo Ren's theme on that. Oops. Let's play Kylo Ren's theme. 1, 2. And then you can ignite the blade. So the cool part about this is you've also got gesture controls. So you can turn this saber on in multiple ways. Number one, you can use the buttons, power button, and then you hold the power button to retract. You can also, do a thrust straight out. You can swing the saber and it comes on. You can also twist. And you have twist off. If you twist on, you're not in battle mode. But if you thrust on or if you swing on, you're in battle mode. And let me show you what battle mode gives you. Battle mode gives you an automatic, when you swing on, so now I'm in battle mode, gives you automatic lockup. So you pull away. Automatic lockup, which is progressive, goes up and down the blade, so you pull away. It also gives you automatic melt. Melt in a wall, and you get automatic tip drag. Have to raise this slow. There's your automatic tip drag. Should be able to see it in the reflection kind of well. And then you also have auto blaster, and if you want to go into auto blaster when you're in battle mode, you just press blast once and then swing it. Then every time you swing it, you're going to get a blast until you get a lockup. And then auto blast is turned off. So that's pretty awesome. That's battle mode. And your gesture ignitions. Next preset.
This is the way.
This is dark saber font. And the cool part about this one is it's got the Mando theme. The Mando theme is the background. Which is awesome. Next preset. It's a pink blade. This one's got a song to it. Show Eric. I think that's back in time. Hip to be square. Next.
You built a time machine? Kind of a DeLorean? The way I see it, if you're going to build a time machine into a car, why not do it some style?
Eric and them requested these. Next preset. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. This is more of a Guardians of the Galaxy theme.
Dance off, bro. Me and you.
You can see it's Guardians of the Galaxy. There's your rainbow blade. This one's Christmas with Frosty the Snowman. And then your Christmas blade. Should be able to see the reflection of the Christmas blade in the poster. The neopixels blow out the camera. And then next is my lightning blade, which of course has, you know, Metallica as the background. Call it Tulu. It's my lightning blade. Oops. That's an awesome blade. And the last one is your battery meter. Now, Eric, the battery meter doesn't have, it does have a fun attached to it, but it won't, you know, it won't work. It won't play anything. Lastly, I'll tell you how to get to the actual spoken battery meter. You press aux and then press power.
Battery level 3.94 volts.
Which is awesome. And then you have volume menu, which is push power and then press aux.
Enter volume menu.
Now, you can reduce the volume by turning the saber counterclockwise. Minimum volume. And then you turn it up. Now, let's say I wanted to keep minimum volume. I just press the power button or any button. But I'm going to go back up. So I'm going to rotate it clockwise.
Maximum volume.
Now I'm going to press the power button.
Volume menu end.
And then back to our first preset.
I'm the Jedi.
Which is awesome. It's an awesome saber. Eric, the blade retention is right here. I'm going to have to make that one a little longer because it slipped. The blade is tight getting in there. I did have to sand the blade to fit into that blade holder. The blade is really tight in there, so I did have to sand the first little bit of the blade. I'm going to try and polish it up here tonight. But you know, you have to squeeze the rabbit ears to get the blade down in there and then tighten your blade retention, which is this screw here. And then there you go, man. Alright, Eric Wilkinson, welcome to my messy workbench here. But at any rate, this is your, you know, TLJ broke saber, or, you know, the Rise of Skywalker. It actually got broken, the TLJ, and then it got put back together in TROS. And this is it. This is your kit from KR. You did the kit and you did the weathering and the assembly. The only thing that I've done to the outside is I glued on your, you know, your pommel cover piece there, and I glued it on the brush side out because that seemed to match the hilt. Another thing that I did is made this a little bit easier to get separated, so it's a lot easier to separate the hilt now. This is your chassis. This is a Goth Padawan chassis from the Saber Armory from KR Sabers, and I got that because you have a KR Sabers Bladeholder, and I figured the KR Sabers chassis will be compatible. Now, the chassis is fully removable, but be careful. How you remove the chassis is you take out your glass eye, lefty-loosey, remove the red button, you know, you can just de-thread it just like I have there, and then gently pull out your blade holder. So this is your, you know, simple blade holder, simple chassis. That is your saber. Here's your Proffie board 2.2. You have SD access here and USB access here. You got two buttons on this saber, one here on the side that is operated by the slide switch. I'll show you that here in a second. So this is the slide switch here. and it just goes back and forth. And inside the saber, there's a little nub. Trying to get it where hopefully you can see it. And inside the saber's a little nub which activates this switch. And then of course your Graflex button activates the switch that's on the top. I didn't do anything to flage these wires because this is usually inside the hilt and you're never going to see it. I don't know why you would need to take that out, but you know, if you do, it can come out. It is a fully removable chassis. And when you put it back in, you just have to be careful to make sure that slide switch lines up in the slide switch slot. And then you put your red button back in. Well, let's put the glass eye back in first. And the glass eye goes back in just like that. By the way, your blade retention is this this screw right here. That's your blade retention. And red button goes right back in like that. So, you know, when you hit the aux.
1,000 generations live in you now.
Ray Skywalker.
Give me a feature. This is the way.
Cycles through all your fonts. This slide switch is finicky. If it ever jams, you know, you gotta pull it forward. But I tried to do my best to free it up. But this is your first preset, which is, you know, TROS Ray, which is actually pretty awesome. TROS Flex. So there you go. That's the hilt back on. By the way, you got a 31mm speaker. That 31mm speaker is not really time tested. That's the only unknown in this saber. 31mm sabers are pretty new to the community, and I don't know how well that's going to hold up. The good news is, if it does go out, we'll buy you a new one. It's a 5-minute swap. Saber's got gestures, all kinds of stuff. I'll show that in the vid, but it's pretty loud. It's pretty awesome, and all the music and all the sounds you wanted on it are on it. You know, it's a pretty cool saber. The only thing is this slide switch can be a little finicky. The thing is, you don't want to press down and push back. You just want to basically flick it with your thumb, just like that.
Generations live in you now.
Ray Skywalker.
Give me a feature. This is the way. Rose, are you telling me you built a time machine?
And I'll show you the blaster. If you hold it, you get lockup. I'll show all that in the demo. It's a pretty awesome saber, Eric. You're going to love it. Alright, Eric, last little bit of the instruction. This saber is a little bit different, where the positive is going to go toward the speaker. So the button cap on the saber, the button cap goes towards the speaker, goes towards the back. And you can see you want to lay over this, you know, you want the battery to lay over this pull-out strap. You put the negative in toward the emitter and the positive in toward the speaker. Now you do have a switch here. That's why the positive is towards the speaker, because the positive goes right to the switch. And then once you get the battery on, you know, you just put your hilt back on. Like I said, I've improved this. It's a lot easier to get on than when you sent it to me. There you go. This is all KR Sabers TROS Graflex with a KR Sabers pixel stick 1-inch trans white blade, KR Sabers Bladeholder, and, you know, installed by Megtooth Sith. It's a very simple saber, user-replaceable batteries. All the stuff y'all wanted on there is on there, Eric. Congratulations on this awesome saber, and hopefully you'll have it here shortly. May the force be with you, or the dark side as it were. Thank you everybody for watching, as usual. I really appreciate y'all tuning in on my channel. And as always,